Hi, I'm Holly Johnson. Welcome to CU Celeb Updates. I come to you tonight on a sad ending of a week. In the last couple of days, there has been 3 great deaths in Hollywood. And even though that seems like a rule that there's 3 deaths always in a row, it's still a sad time for many people and many fans. And a 4th death was there today, and making it 4 deaths in the last couple of days. Although this one wasn't as famous, I will still mention him in a minute. First of all, we'll go in the order of what the terrible events that happened into the 2-day period. On June 24th, Ed McMahon died at the age of 86. McMahon was best known as the famous sidekick of Johnny Carson on The Tonight Show, and he also was the host of Star Search. He is survived by his wife Pamela and their 5 children, Claudia, Linda, Catherine, Jeffy, and Lex. So our hearts go out to his family as they mourn the loss. And on June 25th, a date that surely will not be forgotten, 2 deaths happened within hours of each other. First was Farrah Fawcett, who sadly lost her battle with cancer at age 62. She'd been battling cancer for the last 3 years, and by her side was Ryan O'Neal, her partner and friend of many years, and they also have a son together named Redmond. And sadly, it was reported that Ryan had just proposed to Farrah just days before, and they were going to get married, and then she died. And it was a really sad moment for America and the world as they mourned the loss of a 70s TV icon for the show Charlie's Angels, although she was in many other shows. Just hours later, about 4 or 5 hours after that, it was announced in the shocking death of these 3, Michael Jackson died. The famous pop star has died at the age of 50, also on June 25th. Although it is not known exactly what caused the heart attack that seems to have killed the pop star, it is still being investigated, and as tests are being performed, we may not know the full results of what caused this heart attack for a couple of months, up to 6 weeks. His family is really upset, as many of his fans. Although he lived a very dramatic life, he was very unique, and it is quite possible there will never be a guy like Michael Jackson. He was possibly even described as the Elvis Presley of this generation, not forgetting that Elvis Presley died also of heart problems around the age of 42 in 1977. He will be sorely missed, Mr. Michael Jackson, and if you haven't noticed all the playing on the radio and all the tributes and all the things on TV, many things more will probably come out about it. But he does have 3 children that are now without a father, and as many things continue to be unveiled, we will never ever forget Michael Jackson, as well as Farrah Fawcett or Ed McMahon, who died within 2 days of each other. The 4th death I was talking about happened just yesterday on June 28th, when Billy Mays, who's a TV host, he basically does infomercials such as OxyClean, and he died. He wasn't that much older than Michael Jackson. He was just 50 as well. 4 deaths within a few day period does not make it a very nice way to start off this event. But in other news, also not quite happy, is the events of the John and Kate thing. Basically, last Monday, as reported, John and Kate went a 1-hour TV special in which they talked about their divorce. Now, this doesn't come as a shock to very many people. Many people were expecting them to get separated. As I have been talking to you in the last couple of weeks, they have been going through many problems in the last couple of months, including rumors or possible affairs and many other things. So it doesn't come as a surprise, possibly, but it was really sad. And Kate's brother is even really upset that TLC aired the whole thing just to get the ratings up. John was reported as saying that this was the hardest episode, and it was Kate who asked for the divorce. And she really didn't want the divorce and wanted to work on their marriage, she claims. But the thing is, she wanted peace for the whole entire family. So basically, how they're dividing it up is the children will continue to live in their gigantic house they only recently purchased, and the parents will take turns staying there each month, and will have joint custody of the children. And will continue to film the TV show, John and Kate Plus 8, even though the couple is separated, as long as TLC will allow them, although it is quite up in the air as to how long, if any, this will continue. The show is reported to possibly even begin a hiatus at this time. which is really sad because it's quite possible the show is, it's pretty sure possible that the show is part of the reason why they are having these problems. In other news, guilty as charged. Chris Brown admitted to being guilty of the charges of beating up Rihanna, just as Rihanna was about to take the stand to witness that she was beaten up by him last Monday, as we did report. Basically, Brown has now been sentenced to 5 years of probation and 180 hours of community service, all to take place in his home state of Virginia. And this won't be an easy sentence, although some people are upset that he didn't get any jail time for this. It is reported that Rihanna was okay with it, and she was pretty glad, I think, to have not had to take the stand for this. And Chris Brown is now not allowed to even go within 50 yards of the singer. So there's some definite work to be done there. Hopefully there was a lesson learned and Chris Brown will change in the end, but this is pretty much a good thing. Britney Spears is not engaged to her former agent, Jason Treverick, now her boyfriend. Basically, the couple is still continuing to get close, but they are not engaged, as some people tried to report last week. Billy Joel and Katie Lee Joel are sadly getting a divorce after 5 years of marriage. Apparently, they've been having problems for the last year and have finally put it out that they are not going to be together anymore. In lighter news and baby news, we've got 2 reports so far. It's twin girls for Sarah Jessica Parker and Matthew Broderick, as a surrogate mother in Ohio gave birth to their twin daughters on the 22nd of June. The babies, Marion Laurette Eloy Broderick, 5 pounds 11 ounces, and her sister, Tabitha Hodge Broderick, age 6, are going to be 6 pounds, are going to be joining their 6-year-old brother James in their home, and they're really excited about the arrival. And Matthew McConaughey and Camille Alves, his girlfriend, are expecting their second baby. So congratulations to the both of you for many great baby news with some happy lightness to this CU update. Perez Hilton, if you didn't know, got apparently beat up by the Black Eyed Peas manager outside of a Toronto nightclub. Mr. Hilton basically claimed that the Black Eyed Peas manager got upset with him and started beating him in the face several times. And he is seeking unspecified damages, so I guess we'll see what happens with that. As reported, there's continual news on the Jessica Simpson show, The Price of Beauty, as we did report a couple weeks ago. Basically, she's set to head her new VH1, which means she's picked up a network docu-series. I don't know the exact date of it yet, but this definitely will be in the news as she continues to get this going. It's just a date. Jennifer Aniston and her co-star, Brady Cooper, who currently is starring in The Hangover, basically went on a romantic dinner, but many people, including them, Jennifer and Bradley, are saying it was just a date, it wasn't anything big deal, so there probably won't be anything coming of it. But I guess we'll see. You never know in Hollywood news. Robert Pattinson is getting cozy, but not with Kristen Stewart. Currently, he is filming the movie Remember Me, and is getting cozy with his co-star, Emile de Ravon, who, if you don't know who she is, she used to be on the TV show Lost. She's the blonde one who had the baby. And basically, they're getting cozy, and it looks like she's trying to move in on Robert while Kristen's away. The film stops being filmed in August, so you never know what's going to happen in the next couple of months between these times, or who Robert will truly choose. Will it be Kristen or Emile? I guess we'll just have to stay tuned on that one. You never know, because Kristen's kind of leaving Robert in the hanging right now, and anything else. Megan Fox, as reported, is going with Shia LaBeouf, her co-star in the Transformers movies, and did break it off with her fiancé, Brian Austin Green. However, she hasn't broken her ties with Brian. Basically, they're still friends, and is a possibility that she could go back with him, be friends with benefits or more. It is quite a questionable thing, and it is possible that Megan may never let go of her true love for Brian. So, I don't know what this means for Shiloh or what's going to happen with it, but, you have to stay tuned for this kind of